Hey guys, what's up? It's Ambush, back with another Apex Legends video, and today I'll be showing you an advanced guide to Valkyrie in Apex Legends Season 11. Now before we jump into the video, I just wanted to mention that I do have a Discord server. I'd really appreciate you joining it. There will be a link in the description below. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So quickly before we get into the actual tips, I just wanted to mention that Valkyrie can use survey beacons because she is a recon legend. So please don't forget this, like most Valkyrie mains do, and just take the extra moment to scan the survey. Now we're going to be talking about some movement techniques for Valkyrie's passive ability, Veto Jets. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is go into settings and change your jets from toggle to hold if they are obviously on toggle. Hold just makes it so much better. It's better in every way. Just trust me. Please change it. If you change your VTOL jets to hold, this will make the next movement technique so much easier. This one's called air strafing. It's basically where you just spam your jets in every different direction. Just let enemies can't hit you when you're in the air. It'll make you really unpredictable, and it'll be way harder to beam you out of the sky. If you just fly straight, just straight up anything, it's so easy for enemies to shoot you. But if you air strafe and jiggle around, it'll be really difficult. The next movement technique we'll be talking about is the extended jump. This is basically where you jump from one object to another and then use your jet so you don't have to climb up the second object. Climbing honestly slows you down so much and it takes up so much time. Just use your jets and it'll help you so much if you're running away from a team or chasing after one. Our last movement technique is one that really bothers me sometimes, and I really love it in other situations. Basically, if you are flying and then you grab onto a zipline, when you jump off the zipline, you will be in low gravity until you hit the ground. The low gravity will not last all game, but you will be in low gravity when you jump off the zipline. So it'll be really easy for enemies to beam you out of the air, or you can go further and jump onto different pieces of cover that you otherwise would not be able to access. So it can help you, it can sabotage you, so just be careful with how you use this one. One more thing to mention for any players out there that absolutely have never played Valkyrie before, you can't shoot while you're flying, you can only use your tactical ability. Valkyrie's tactical ability is a missile swarm. Her missile swarm basically sends out 12 rockets that stun enemies, and they deal 25 damage per rocket, but if you hit more than one on the same opponent, it will only do a bonus of 3 damage. So if you hit an enemy with 2 missiles, it'll be 28 damage, 3 will be 31, and so on. Her tactical can also stun opponents. If you catch someone running in the open, stun them quickly and then laser them. As you can see, I got that guy like one shot. But just be careful. If you shoot your missiles and then peek back into cover, or if there's like a wall in front of you or something, the missiles can actually explode on the wall and then deal damage to yourself and stun yourself. Her missiles are also really useful for finishing off really low enemies. If an enemy is really weak and then goes behind a piece of cover like a wall, a rock, or something like that, and you can't get an angle on them, just hit them with your missiles. Hopefully they'll be low enough that the missiles can finish them off, because the missiles will do about 25-30 damage to them. Valkyrie's tactical can also break doors. If there's someone healing on the other side of a door from you, don't kick it down because they can obviously laser you while you're in the kicking animation. Back up just about as much as I'm showing you here on screen, and then shoot your missiles that will break the door, and then you're free to beam the opponent. Alright, so that's all of our tips for Valkyrie's tactical. Now let's move on to her ultimate, the Skyward Dive. Valkyrie's ultimate is one of the most powerful repositioning abilities in Apex Legends. It can completely change the outcome of a match, and it can really get you that good positioning to hopefully catch the win. Some tips for Valkyrie's ultimate is that if you cancel it when you have it activated, it will put your ultimate down to 75%. So it won't go all the way down to 0, but you will have to wait a little bit before you can use it again. You can't just get back on it immediately. And it will also get cancelled if somebody shoots you. It doesn't matter how much they shoot you for, it just has to be one bullet and it will get cancelled. When you're using Valkyrie's ultimate ability, if you're getting shot at, spin around. Spinning makes it so much harder for the enemies to actually hit you, and it may be the difference between you living and dying. Also, for any new Valk mains out there, please don't be toxic and just use your ultimate without your teammates. We already have enough people that do that. One more thing with Valkyrie's ultimate that's worth mentioning is that it will take you the same distance into the air, like the same height every time. So you will actually go higher if you start at a higher location, and you won't go as far or high if you start at a lower location. So just keep that in mind when you're activating your ultimate. Try and use it on the high ground if you can. Now that we've went over Valkyrie's abilities, we're going to get into what legends complement her the best. Now, my favorite combo to go with Valkyrie would probably have to be Gibraltar. Gibraltar's bubble and then Valkyrie's ultimate. Together they are so strong that enemies can't shoot you as you're deploying, and it's just a very powerful combo. Next up would probably have to be Ashe. Ashe's ultimate is so useful for getting your team onto the high ground so that then you can Valk ult and go even further. There is a crazy rotation in Fragment where if you Ashe ult onto the top of one of the buildings, you can Valk ult from there and you will go double the distance you would with a normal Valk ult. Just try not to die to the return to battle timer. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And join my Discord server. It's the best way to stay up to date when new YouTube videos are posted. And I'll catch you guys next time. See you.